What's up, Gooners? Welcome back to the channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button because we've got 3 massive stories today, including some devastating injury news. Arsenal are set to sign a Croatian midfielder with talks in full swing according to reports. Arsenal and Chelsea are battling for a £70 million Brazilian defender who's ready to leave Nottingham Forest. And we have heartbreaking news. David Ornstein has confirmed that an Arsenal striker will be sidelined for 2 months due to an ankle injury. Leave a like. Let's get straight to the point. Gooners, while Arsenal prepare to face Club Brugge in the Champions League tonight, sporting director Andrea Berta is working hard behind the scenes to strengthen the squad. And according to Sport Club, he's set his sights on HNK Rijeka star Tony Fruck. The Croatian outlet believes Fruk is the Croatian National League's best footballer and most valuable player, and they're reporting that Arsenal have held talks over a deal for him, with an expectation that he will soon sign for Mikel Arteta. Arsenal are apparently in pole position ahead of other clubs. Negotiations are in full swing, according to the report, though the financial details of this potential deal are still unclear. So we don't know if this is a January move or a summer deal, and we don't know what the fee would be. But here's what we do know about Tony Fruck. The 24-year-old has won 5 caps for the Croatia national team, so he's already got international experience. He's played as both a number 10 and as a centre-forward this season, showing his versatility, and he's already bagged 10 goals in all competitions. Fruk was once on the books at Fiorentina before returning to his homeland with Rijeka in 2023. His deal currently expires in 2027, which means Rijeka are in a decent negotiating position. They won't be forced to sell, but they also know that if they don't cash in soon, his value could drop as he gets closer to the end of his contract. This could be a very astute signing for Arsenal when you consider his profile. He's 24, so he's entering his prime years. He can play multiple attacking positions, which Arteta loves, and he's performing at a high level domestically while also representing Croatia internationally. Now, some of you might be thinking, why are Arsenal looking at a player from the Croatian league? Well, remember that Croatia consistently produces top quality players. Luka Modric, Mateo Kovacic, Josko Gvardiol all came through Croatian football. Just because Fruk's playing in Croatia now doesn't mean he can't step up to the Premier League. The fact that negotiations are reportedly in full swing suggests this could move quickly. Whether it's January or summer remains to be seen, but Arsenal are clearly serious about bringing him in. I'll be honest, Gooners, this one's a bit under the radar compared to some of the other targets we've been linked with, but sometimes those are the signings that work out best. Low-key moves that fly under the media's radar and then surprise everyone. Let's see how this develops. If Sport Club's information is accurate, Tony Fruck could be wearing an Arsenal shirt sooner rather than later. Now let's talk about a much bigger transfer battle. Arsenal and Chelsea are set to compete for the signing of Nottingham Forest centre-back Murillo, who's reportedly decided he's ready to take the next step in his career. According to the Daily Mail, the 23-year-old Brazilian is settled in Nottingham, but knows next summer could be the perfect time to join an elite club and pick up a significant pay rise. He penned a new contract at the City Ground in January, but that's not expected to stop him from leaving in a mega money deal. The report names Chelsea as long-term admirers of Murillo, while Real Madrid are keeping a close eye on his form as they sound out defensive targets. Sources confirmed to Team Talk on November 28th that Chelsea are indeed interested, though they've been warned there's no chance of getting him on the cheap. Nottingham Forest will hold out for at least £70 million before letting their best defender go. That's €80 million or $93 million. It's a massive fee, but in today's market for a young, talented centre-back, it's becoming the going rate. Arsenal entered the race for Murillo back in September. A follow-up report last month added that the Gunners are serious about completing a deal, with Mikel Arteta a huge fan of his ability. The one-cap Brazil international has been identified as someone who can challenge William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes for a starting place. That's high praise considering Saliba and Gabriel are 2 of the best centre-backs in the Premier League right now. But here's where it gets interesting. There's good reason to suggest Murillo should pick Chelsea Chelsea instead of Arsenal. Levi Colwill is out for most of the season with an ACL injury. Enzo Maresca has doubts over Tosin Adarabioyo and Axel Disasi. Chelsea's defence is in crisis. Murillo stands a much better chance of getting into Chelsea's starting lineup given their defensive frailties. At Arsenal, he'd be competing with Saliba, Gabriel, Mosquera and potentially others. At Chelsea, he'd walk straight into the team. So from a playing time perspective, Chelsea makes more sense. But from a project perspective, Arsenal are the better option. We're challenging for the Premier League and Champions League. Chelsea are still rebuilding and trying to figure out their identity. It's going to come down to what Murillo prioritises: immediate playing time or the chance to win major trophies. If it's the latter, Arsenal are the clear choice. £70 million is a lot of money though. That would make Murillo one of Arsenal's most expensive signings ever. Is he worth it? Based on his performances for Forest, he's been excellent. He's quick, he's strong in the air, he reads the game well and he's comfortable on the ball, but there's always a risk when you're paying that kind of money for a player from a mid-table club. Can he step up and perform at the level required for a title-challenging team? That's the question Arsenal need to answer before committing £70 million. Personally, I think if Arsenal are going to spend that kind of money on a centre-back, they need to be absolutely certain he's an upgrade on what they have. And with Saliba and Gabriel both performing at world-class levels, that's a very high bar to clear. But if Arteta genuinely believes Murillo can reach that level, then maybe it's worth the investment. We'll see how this battle with Chelsea plays out over the coming months. Alright Gooners, I need to warn you, this next bit of news is going to hurt. David Ornstein, one of the most reliable journalists in football, has confirmed that Max Dowman is set to miss the next 2 months of action with an ankle injury. This is absolutely devastating. Dowman, the 15-year-old teenage sensation, broke into Arsenal's first team this season and shone in both the Premier League and Champions League. He became the youngest player in the Champions League's history to make an appearance. That's the kind of talent we're talking about. But while playing for the club's youth team last weekend, Dowman was on the wrong end of a bad challenge against Manchester United. According to Ornstein, he's now set to be on the sidelines for around 2 months, which is a massive blow to Mikel Arteta. The good news, if there is any, is that Dowman is not expected to undergo surgery for the problem. He picked up ankle ligament damage, but it should heal naturally over time. Still, 8 weeks out at this stage of his development is really frustrating. It was revealed on Tuesday that Arsenal had replaced Dowman in their Champions League squad list with Gabriel Jesus, who's missed almost a year of action after rupturing his ACL in January. UEFA rules allow changes for long-term injuries, so Arsenal have taken advantage of that. Dowman is unlikely to feature again for around 8 weeks, which rules him out of the rest of the league phase in Europe. That means he doesn't need to be in the squad list, while Jesus has recently returned to matchday squads, although he's yet to actually get on the pitch. This injury is the latest in a string of fitness problems that Arteta has had to deal with at the Emirates this season. It's been absolutely brutal, Gooners. Kai Havertz is yet to feature due to a knee injury picked up in pre-season. Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard, Victor Gyökeres, Noni Madueke, Gabriel Martinelli, Leandro Trossard, Gabriel Magalhaes, William Saliba, Piero Hincapié and Ben White have all missed parts of the campaign. For tonight's Champions League clash against Club Brugge, Arsenal will be without Declan Rice, Trossard, Saliba and now Dowman as well. The injury crisis just keeps deepening. The timing of Dowman's injury is particularly cruel. He was just starting to establish himself in the first team picture, showing everyone what he's capable of at the highest level. Now he's got to sit on the sidelines for 2 months and watch from afar. But here's the positive spin. Dowman is only 15 years old. He's got his entire career ahead of him. 2 months out at this age, while frustrating, isn't going to derail his development long term. He'll come back, he'll continue improving, and he'll get more opportunities when he's fit. The key thing is that Arsenal handle his recovery properly. Don't rush him back. Make sure the ankle is fully healed before he returns to action. The last thing anyone wants is for this to become a recurring problem. Get well soon, Max. We can't wait to see you back on the pitch. So there you have it, Gooners. What do you think, Gooners? Are you excited about Tony Fruck? Would you pay $70 million for Murillo? And how gutted are you about Dowman's injury? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button and make sure you're subscribed so you never miss an Arsenal update. Until next time, Gooners, come on you Gunners.